Hey folks, Jules Polonitsky, CEO of the Future Privacy Forum, our first Facebook Live for the new year. And what are we going to talk about? Well, as you can see, I've got our Google Home Assistant, I've got our Alexa, and of course Siri here. Hi Siri. So a local law enforcement official is seeking data from the Amazon Echo, thinking it might assist in a crime that they're investigating. And as you can imagine, people have gotten upset, surprised, wondering what does it mean for privacy if the devices in our home are collecting data, listening, always on, and sending it to companies, and there it could be used against us. Well, unfortunately, the sheriff here is going to come up empty, because what Amazon did, and Google, and the Xbox, and Siri, some with input from government experts, from privacy folks like us, and from chief privacy officers at those companies, aware that recording everything in your home was probably not a good idea, nor something that most of us would be comfortable with. The way these devices have been designed is quite artful. And let me just add one more thing. Even if they wanted to take all that data, where would you put hours and hours of your clock humming and your refrigerator beeping? So the way these work, and I thought I'd do a little bit of a demo for people who don't have one or are thinking about getting one. So here is my, I'm not going to call its name, because until I call its name, what this device is actually doing is listening for a wake word. So in the old days, I could push a button and then turn something on. Here, great for people, frankly, who have a disability, or just lazy people like me who are on the other side of the room, or those of us who just like the idea of being able to call up any song. What this device right now is doing is listening only for its wake word. So it's listening, and then every 30 seconds, if it hasn't heard its wake word, it's dumping the data. It's not awake or sending it outside my house. So after 30 seconds, what has just been recorded, this yak, yak, yak that we've just done, gets dumped. If, however, it hears Alexa, boom, the blue light goes on, you hear a little bit of a noise. Alexa, you're listening to me now, right? Alexa, I'm talking to you. I'm your master. Alexa, wake up.
Hi, I'm here.
Play me some music from Hamilton. Alexa, play me some music from Hamilton.
Hamilton, original Broadway cast recording by various artists.
Alexa, pause. So what the Echo did send over to Amazon right now was my song request, or any other search or anything that I would have asked for. It might have told me, Alexa, what's the weather?
Currently, in Washington, it's 57 degrees with intermittent clouds. Today, you can expect
pause, Alexa.
A chance of showers, with a high of 57 degrees and a low of 30 degrees.
Okay, so that data is sent and is available at Amazon, just as if you'd search for a book or gone directly to either Google. This is the Google Home Assistant, which works in the same way. And so, of course, that data is available just as if you'd input it directly. But what you're doing is actually not being sent out of your house. So the sheriff actually isn't going to get anything, and probably useless to make the request. Now, odd that we're focused only on these smart home devices, because I usually have my phone somewhere nearby. And my phone, hey Siri. And so now Siri is now awake and listening and sending data back to Apple. So what the companies did, which I think makes sense, is they all set themselves up so that they collect, but dump and dump and dump, and don't send data off of your device. So they don't have it, so law enforcement doesn't have it, so somebody who wants to use it against you doesn't have it. Now look, there will be devices that are always on. Home security cameras, baby monitors, those are always listening and they're sending data, and that always on data is the kind of thing that we probably ought to be worrying about if law enforcement goes after that. Of course, they'll need legal process, but if they've got a murder case or the like, the judge may indeed give them the appropriate warrant. But the real smart devices are trying to be smart about privacy and making sure that they don't have frankly, oodles of data that they don't need, of empty space, data that you don't want hanging around or that can be misused. But when these things are awake, because you've activated them, the data is there. So hopefully that adds a little bit of information, and we hope that we see this resolved in a way that makes sure that law enforcement has what it needs when there's actually data.
Okay.
Oh, okay, Siri. When there's actually data that belongs and is available, and that we have a zone of privacy in our home where data isn't available. Quiet, Siri. Anyway, thanks for listening.